my bed to the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Will today be rough or will today be great? 9, 10, 11, 12. Lately I've been going through hell. 13, 14, 15, 16. Today's the day. Are you coming? Are you I'm sick of being normal, I'm sick of being average, I'm sick of being mortal, I'm about to be a savage. I see a lot of things that I want, I will have them. I got a new mindset that I just established. I'll march through the cold with the nails on the pavement. I'll shovel that coal just to get out the basement. My story will be told, helping others make changes. I'll be so bold, they will watch in amazement.
Am I gonna face it? Am I gonna chase it? Am I gonna start or will I keep waiting? Time is limited, quickly fading. Get my mind right, it's my time to take it. Am I gonna face it?
Alright, let's start with the tour, you guys. So yeah, bunkered external, and then you have your disconnectable mechanism over here. You've seen these 1,000 times in all the build videos you probably watched, and if you haven't, this is how you disconnect. Okay, go inside. Everybody's seen those. Alright, so your patrical peaks here, that gives you some peaks into the compound and into your furnace funnel. And then you also have some very sneaky shotgun traps that are hidden there. And this is your furnace funnel going through here. They run around, the shotgun traps will get him, and they're all around the base. This is your another funnel, and also has some patrical peaks that are peeking into all types of angles that you can see inside the compound and outside as well. So when you're spawning into this bedroom and you open the double door, you can go directly into the shell with a little bit more protection from the double door. Okay, and you have these nice shotgun peaks right here, and then you have your bunkered entrance as well into your starter, and then more shotgun traps, some drop box, vending machines there. You can also have them, those windows by the way, you can attach grenades to them and then open them and hit people outside. This is your shooting floor. There's going to be 4 of those all around the base. You can use it to enter the base as well. And yeah, there's some turret coverage there. And going into your starter, you basically have this. So oops, it's lagging, hold on 1 second, there we go. So you're gonna see me build this later on, but this is what I mostly use. It just keeps everything a lot more secure. So yeah, you have to rotate the vending machine to access the boxes at the back. Make sure that you lock those boxes so people can't just access them. Even though they destroy your TC, they still have to destroy your externals to rotate the vending machine. So yeah, so even if they destroy all your externals, right, if you have those boxes locked, they're not going to be lootable. Alright, so going out, we're gonna go ahead and check out the rest of the base. So over here is the opposite side of your entrance, which will have some barrels in them. You can put batteries, you can put vending machines, it's up to you. Going here is gonna bring you to the 2nd floor for more bunkers. So here you go. There's 2 more, so including the vending machine bunker, we've seen 9. So yeah, 9 bunkers in total. Jumping into this single door basically gives you the intake onto the upper floors, which is hidden under your bed. As you can see when I go up here, there you go. Okay, so you can actually shoot your bunkers if they're left open from your shooting floor. Every bunker is visible for you to shoot in case of a raid, and you forgot to like close one. The twig is still there. Yep. And as you can see, you've got angles looking into the furnace funnel. Some tiny gaps you can shoot from. And yeah, basically people that are trying to get in there, trying to break us, they're gonna break the wooden wall first. A lot of like raiders do that, I don't know why, but unexperienced ones normally do that. But yeah, you also have these peaks here. You can pick up the windows, and you are barely visible with the peaks from the sides. And this one here basically has you covered by the barricades. So yeah, if you can go ahead and like shoot people from raid bases who are coming in. There's a retake into the shell as well, and this is my favorite. This is a retake into the shooting floor, so you can spawn here if they're up on the shooting floor and just shoot people from here. So okay, going up will take us into your roof right here. We'll just jump. Oops, let me just do that again. Okay, so it's lagging, guys, I'm sorry. All right, this is your waterfall. One of them at least. You're gonna have a lot of these basically with this base, at least like 6 or 8 of them. So as you can see, I demonstrate, you can just have your mobility dream on this base with the chutes, with the waterfalls. You also have these nice peaks. This again looking into the funnels. I prioritize like having vision over those because, like, yeah, like I said, inexperienced raiders normally just go through there first, and they're trying to say boom, you know, so you can surprise them. All right, so this is basically the same as the one below it, but it's a lot higher. This is more for fighting like raid bases and stuff. And like I've said, you can close every bunker from this base if you left them open. And yeah, so I guess that's the tour. Let's go ahead and try and build it. Okay, so let's start with the build. So you can do this two ways, right? You can do it with your basic 2x1 like so, as I'm showing here. And then after this, I'm gonna show you how you can make it, well, a little better. 8 rockets better. So yeah. Let's make something better, huh? Let me just remove all these deployables first so we can make the way that I normally make them these days. So yeah, instead of having doors, why don't we replace all this first and put a vending machine in front. Make sure that this line is straight on the top if you have the building skin. And then I put a box down so I can align these boxes easily. After I place the first 2 boxes, I pick that up and put them below, and then I align my vending machine at the center, and then I put a door frame. Okay, so as long as that is facing front, you won't be able to loot, or the people won't be able to loot unless they rotate it. The only reason for them to be able to rotate it is they have TC. Now you're gonna tell me, but there's the TC behind. You're gonna have externals, don't worry. Alright, so you can see all the boxes are accessible. And make sure to lock all of these so people won't just be able to, like, even if they get TC, they still won't be able to loot anything. They still have to destroy, well, the vending machine, and all your external TCs will be bunkered as well, so that's gonna be a pain. All right, so once you have that down, I'm gonna start upgrading this to the final form. But again, make sure that you upgrade the important parts that you won't be able to reach later on. You can base it on the video to find out which ones, but I am on a build server, like I always say, so upgrade at your own convenience. So yeah, and then we're gonna go ahead and make the bunkers actually for a few loot hidden spots, and then the entrance as well. So we're gonna put a vending machine there, which basically makes the raid cost the same. It's still 8 rockets, even though they break one of the entrances. And then you're gonna have some loot rooms here. Typically, I use these to just hide loot, just to make sure that people have to raid to every bunker, because I have all of my loot set up spread across the base, or even the externals later on. So yeah, you can put barrels here, you can put a vending machine, whatever makes you feel comfortable. All right, so just adding a door just adds like 1 rocket to the raid. So instead of just having a honeycomb, they'll have to go through that as well. But yeah, the vending machine would be better always. So turning on your symmetry, we're gonna honeycomb this part like so. Let me just, yeah, there we go. All right, so once the honeycomb here is done, we're basically gonna do the Tokyo Dash. This is how I do it my way. So I'm gonna put these 3, and then this part here I'm gonna upgrade to wood if I don't have any materials yet, so people can just destroy it and I won't be able to place anything. Well, you actually still can, it's just more of a pain. But yeah, it's just better. When it's 79, then you do this pattern, so you can make a triangle instead of a square, which makes the footprint a little bit smaller and just easier to open. Okay, taking those out. Once that's open, we put a frame to cover the gap on the top. You've seen this done a lot in a lot of other videos, and this is where this comes in. So we're gonna do that and connect that to the main base. This one you can chop out. Should take you about 1.5 machete for each of them. And then we're gonna put an entrance to your second floor above. So initially, it's not going to be connected to your first floor, but yeah, it should all work out later on. So we're going to upgrade that, and that's going to be your peak to the next floor. Okay, and it's going to look like something like this. Okay, just make sure to keep it secure. You can actually even cover it with just a wood roof if you like, so you can keep it secure before you get the materials to build. But it's not that expensive. You should be able to get that done as soon as possible. So we're just gonna put doors there just to make sure, and it's metal so people can't just pick through it. Okay, it's gonna look like that. There's a part there that was self-sided. Make sure to turn that as well. Alright, so in this part, we're gonna do your first build out for your first external. So make sure to do this on both sides. So you're gonna make 7 squares. Oops, built things are lag. Alright, once you have that, you're gonna go back with triangles, like so. And once you have your triangle set up, you're going to upgrade them to metal. There we go. I'm going to remove all of this. Alright, so making your externals early is very important for this build. Make sure you have enough materials, just so you can secure it. And then this one we're going to metal as well, so even if they break the stone windows now, the top part would still be intact. So that's going to be one of your bunkers again. Then we're going to make this pattern to create that triangle, and this is going to be the start for your shell. And on this part, we're just going to make this into stone, that one into metal. There you go. Alright, so now you have the footprint for your shell. Okay, let's start making your external. So it's going to be a square, and then we're going to make the entrance to the compound. Use this pattern because we're going to be using some hidden shotgun traps. Most of the time, they're not that hidden, but most of the time, people just don't see them. So you're fine. Alright, so you're just going to make your airlock here. This can just be stone. It doesn't matter. So I've stress tested this base, and yeah, people can barely get in on an online raid. Offline raid is even a pain. This is nearly 100 rockets without upgrading anything to HQM. So yeah. And yeah, actually would like to thank the guys that helped me make this, gave me feedback. Limilab was one of them. He's a pretty cool dude. You ask him questions, he's just gonna answer. So he has like really great bases too. Like I talked to him a few times, and he's always open to help me out if I have questions regarding his bases or the bases that I'm making. He's not the type of dude that would just ignore you like a lot of the other creators would. So yeah, I like that guy. That guy's cool. It's the same as Game Lights. Game Lights does the same. Swifty actually is partially again responsible for me making this base because of a contest that he had, and one dude submitted a base that was like 100 rockets. That's crazy, bro. So yeah. Also, I would like to thank the other guys that I stole like some posts from. You could see the leak of Crow's greatest on the base in the intro. Actually asked permission, they said yes. Alright, so yeah, making your standard bunkered external. Okay, you can put this TC either side, alright? I've got some comments that why do every builder put it? It's just habit, bro. And when you build it, you can put it on the right side and people won't expect to blow there. But then again, yeah, after they blow to the first one, it's just single doors. So it's not going to be that hard, but you can always do it differently. Alright, so we're going to remove all this and do the same. So we're going to be doing this to all the TCs. You can hide loot in them, make it 8 rockets. If you want to HQM it, then you have 16 rockets, completely up to you. If you have the resources for it, go for it, man. If you're holding like HQM quarry, why not, right? So yeah, we'll just do what we did earlier, and then we'll put a frame to cover the gap, like so. Okay, just upgrade this one to metal, and this one can just be stone. It doesn't matter. These 4, they can just be stone. All right. The important part is the one that covers the bunkered external. So it's gonna be like that. All right. Make sure to put a TC because symmetry and build sync try doesn't actually count that. Oops. Hold on. Let me remove it. All right. So now you have your first part of your footprint, and then we're gonna start planning out your shell right here. So basically this part is going to be metal, and then this can just be stone, since it's going to be 2 layers of it for the windows. So you should be fine. Alright, notice where I'm making metal and where I'm making stone. That's a little bit crucial to the rocket count later on if you're getting pummeled. So yeah. So as you can see, I'm prepping for the turret pod that's going to be covering basically the shell later on, and it's going to see 2 sides. So we're going to make 2 of it, so it basically sees and has vision all over the shell. Alright, so covering it and putting down your embrasures for your Patrico peaks, like so. We're going to do the same over here. This is just the first ones that I prioritize, so I can try to close the shell early on, or even compound early on. So yeah. And over here we're gonna create your funnel walls. You know how much of a fan I am of funnel walls, man. I love them. You have funnel walls in an online raid is like having 3 more people, because like people can just run around after they destroy the turrets. The pattern will be like that as well. And yes, we're gonna put hidden turrets in these as well. I mean, not hidden turrets, but hidden shotgun traps. So yeah, just upgrade the way that I'm upgrading here. You can see it's like that. Alright, don't forget that part. Alright, so we're gonna do the same that we did on that side, but we're gonna build it in this order. So wall down, this is gonna be a compound bedroom actually. This way you can have more spawns. Having more respawns in a base is always the best thing, especially in an online raid, because they can't just destroy 1 bag and you're finished from basically the whole raid. You're just gone if they destroy your bag. So have beds as well, and the 1-minute timer just gives you a lot of chances to get back at people and then retake. So this is gonna be metal here as well, and that's gonna be a breach peak later on. A lot of people actually suggested that I close that, and I had a few people in building sanctuary. Boys, I forgot who your names were, but thank you. You helped me a lot with a lot of the peaks and a lot of the, well, they tried to climb into the compound, and these rats just got in there, and I had to fix all of it, dude. They got in there like 3 seconds. They were in. So they helped me fix a lot of the parts of the base where you can easily jump into the compound. So yeah, because I normally just have people do that, so I can stress test it well, and then I go to a real game and build the base and then get online rated. The only way to get online rated is to basically piss a lot of people, and that's like the hardest part of stress testing. So yeah, when you piss a lot of people off, you'll definitely get rated. So that's one of the basics when you're stress testing, is the first thing that I always try to do, to find somebody I can piss off. So this is just made so you can, this part right here, I mean, it's made so just you can have a cover and make the that little funnel with our furnace funnel later on a lot smaller, and the same with that one as well. It just looks better too for me. I don't know about what you think about it, but yeah, a lot of the bases that I make is always like, it has to look good. That's why you don't see any 4x4s in here. Like, everybody can build those already. Why the fuck would I make more? Alright. Sorry, excuse my French. Alright. So yeah, so we're gonna put that down so we can go ahead and basically like start with the compound. So as you can see, the funnel wall is still not connected, like the funnel wall side of the base is still not connected to a TC, and that's fine. It will take a while for it to decay anyway. So yeah, you do your compound like this. It's gonna look like it's a little bit funky because it's bigger, but it's just easier to do it this way. Alright, so you won't be able to do it with just 2 walls. I tried a lot of times, so I just tried with 3 walls and it still works fine. It's okay. So without your furnaces, you can just start with the walls easily without having to worry about anything. Let's just remove that because the hitbox is probably preventing you from doing anything. Alright, I guess I didn't. It's fine. Just make the compound, boys. Alright, so closing that out. Don't worry about little gaps. As long as they can't access anything, you're fine. Okay, so to place your furnace, all you have to do is stand here on this part, and then you can just place it like that. You'd even see how far the sides would be, so you can measure if people can push in or not. Alright, so after this, you should have your compound, but if you notice, we still have not placed your external TC for the funnel wall side. So let's take care of a few minor details first by finishing this off. This is going to be for your hidden shotgun trap. And this is how your shotgun traps are going to be placed. Like so. So as you can see, they're not as visible to somebody pushing in, especially for somebody who's not familiar with the base. Then you can close that up to create the trickle peak. Like so. Put a door down, and then we can put your bracers right here. Okay, so moving on this side, we're basically going to be doing the same. So we're going to have these shotgun traps on all four sides. And they help because of the fact that the turret limit has been made by Face Punch. So yeah. Alright, so you set up your externals like so with 4 squares and then 3 triangles. So unlike the other side, we're going to be using 4 square frames on this because of the distance that it will not let you place a TC if you use the 1 square 4 triangle setup that we had on the other side. So yeah, you're basically gonna be doing the same bunkered external TC. On this side, I think you can go ahead and put your battery down like I'm doing, or you can still use it for storage. Completely up to you. Because normally when you do this, people just don't raid through these anymore, especially because your base is not as big as they need it to be, unless they're like really full of rockets and they just rocket the hell out of this. But yeah, go ahead and then close that bunker by putting the triangle down like so, like we always do with the other ones, or previously rather. So yeah, metal that part as well, and then remove this, and then we'll put the frame again. Oops, wrong side, sorry. There you go. Alright, and you put the frame down. I have to close the gap like I did last time. And then this one, make sure to just make the stone again. You don't need to metal this, it doesn't make sense. Okay, removing that, and you should have your bunker. To work on the other bunkers, we first need to go ahead and build this part out. So make sure that that's metal. And then we're going to go ahead and put windows on here, because we'll have some peaks into the shell as well. And then to start your compound, you wall this out and then you put the roof on. You can make your base QM, metal, it's up to you. But with this many bunkers in your base, making the metal is fine as well. So this here is kind of like what we did with the frames. You're going to make sure that you close the gap. So if you can't close it below, go down here, or up there rather, and you should be able to close. Make sure that these two are attached to the other frame that's not the external TC. Then you can put shelves in here, and then put boxes down. It's completely up to you. You can even hide a battery here in 4 boxes. It would fit. That just depends on where you want to put your battery, either the external or right on here. So yeah. Make sure that this is metal, and then you turn it so you can get the conditional, and once you break the twig, it will close all the gaps. Here you can put embrasures. Make sure that the embrasures are placed on the outside, or else you won't be able to place the twig. It will block you from building the twig. And then we just spam garage doors wherever we can put them. It's always good to have a lot. Now in this part here, you can actually make this a full wall, but the reason that I make it into a half wall is so to have better protection from splash damage, because if it's a full wall, it destroys the one at the top floor or the floor higher than this, and at the same time giving whoever's raiding you access to both floors. Unlike if you go ahead and build it that way, you should be fine. So yeah, so this is your shooting floor. It's not that hard to make. You can see how easy it is by just watching this video. You're gonna have some peaks here that basically serve as your elevated shooting floor, and at the same time your entrance to the next floor and roof peak. So you're gonna have two of these. Sometimes having too many peaks as well, the only problem with that is that they can be used against you as well by people, but having enough, like a couple, maybe 3 or 4, is easily, like, you can guard them and watch them a lot better. So yeah, especially if you're playing in a smaller group size. So a lot of people will tell you that it's always good to have like a ton of retakes everywhere, but there are instances, especially if you've experienced defending a base as much as I have, that they are going to be used against you. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna complete your shooting floor by doing this, and then we are gonna make a bedroom pod here. Make sure that these frames are placed. They may not seem to do anything while watching this video, but they actually take care of a lot of your stability. So yeah, just make sure you place them first before you continue with the next part. For this part you can metal, this part you can just do like so. Alright, so you make your bedroom pod here as well. So to make these, put down 3 windows. You can just make that stone, it's going to be 2 layers anyway. And then you can put windows and embrasures. Make sure that you always have a hammer in this bedroom to remove the windows, okay? It's not that expensive like on wood maybe, or less. And then you go ahead and make the entrance through here. There you go. And then this part you should metal, since it's gonna hold a part of your shooting floor. And this one, as I've said, you can close it like so, and then you make a triangle here first. Before you complete this, go outside and put the frames for your Patricos. Make sure that this part is metal, since you want that to be destroyed later, not before. Okay. And then you go ahead and put a frame here as well for stability. Let me remove the door first. And there you go. Upgrade that to stone, you should be fine. And here you can now finish the shooting floor by just putting 2 triangles. It's very elementary, but it works. So yeah, and the way you make these, since I don't know about the update, it's just limiting a lot of the stuff that you can build somehow. I don't know if anybody else notices, but there's a lot of instances where previous stuff that I could build, I can no longer build after the update, the last one I mean, not the one that's gonna happen with the oil rig update. The one earlier than that actually prevented me from like building a lot of the stuff that I could build before. So here you can just put a double door, and then you can put a low wall here for your peak as well, and then that will be your entrance to roof. Alright, so yeah, finishing the shooting floor, we're gonna complete the roofs and the missing windows. So we're just gonna go ahead and place them like so. Just follow the video, and yeah, let's go and fill in the gaps here. Make sure that we secure your shooting floor. So yeah, just do what I do. These ladder hatches will be your chutes from shell to shooting floor. So we'll place them, and then on here you're gonna be making your bedroom. So like I said, we're gonna put a box and a bed. So you're gonna have 2 of these, one for each member of the team. Unless you play trio, then one of you guys will have a bed somewhere else, I suppose. But it should fit a trio, even a quad. And you could put 2 beds here, and then you can just put a locker outside. So yeah, so now you have all these angles, as you can see. I'm checking all of them. We're gonna put these chain link doors, just so we could have a separator. And like I said, we're gonna put a locker here. And yeah, you can just have that stone, it's fine. It's gonna hit honeycomb anyway, so you're okay. You can place mixing tables here. It shouldn't hinder your movement like so. So you should be fine. Right here, we're gonna fill that gap as well. You can put a low wall there, but then, like I said, people can use that against you. So just make it into like that, then just fill in the garage doors. Oops, that lagged though, right? And we're gonna put some barrels later on top of that, with some beds there as well, so you can have multiple spawns. And on here you can just put a ramp, so you can shoot like heli from your shooting floor as well. You know how much I like these ramps. I don't know why, but they just look cool to me. So I use them all the time, in every video at least. Okay. And we're gonna place your embrasures like these. So this actually is dependent on how you play. And you can place them on the outside or on the inside depending on how much visibility you want to have and how visible you want to be to the enemies. That all comes down to your own game style. And then we're gonna put these roof pieces on top. Oops, one more. There you go. Then upgrade them. This will basically be used to protect turrets. We're gonna have 4 turrets on top of this, so we can ensure that we prevent a top down. In this video, I'm not gonna be showing like SAM site placement, but you should have ample space on the roof for you to be able to put SAM sites down. And yeah, it should be fairly easy, and they're not easily seen below. We're gonna put another bedroom pod here, and possibly put a ramp up so you can have like long range armaments or places to shoot from, fighting raid bases. Okay, this part here, I actually realized that I could do a lot more after I made this video, so we're gonna go ahead and do a little edit on this after, but these are really cool. Yeah, I just think they work a lot better compared to the 2 roofs. Gives you better visibility and a little bit more cover. So yeah, I'll put an edit up after this section where I show you that part. They would also act as waterfalls. If you're not familiar with what waterfalls are, they're basically part of your roof that brings you into your compound or outside your compound right away in a really fast manner by just jumping down. So yeah, just keep watching and you'll see how it's done. This is the easy part. I'll show you the better one in a bit. Alright, so this is how I changed it. I'm just gonna be putting like the finishing touches in the base, so just enjoy that. And yeah, I guess I'll see you at the end of the video. Hi guys, so if you reached this part of the video, I just want to go ahead and tell you, like I always do, I appreciate you watching, and you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. I recently lost access to my Twitter, so I made a new one, and I'll put it in the description as well. You can follow me there, and I should have a Discord up and running soon. If you want to be the first people in there, it's going to be all about building. Just want to go ahead and have some people to talk to in regards to building bases. So yeah, until the next one, Nito out, man.